Hello there, and welcome to the Prospect Podcast here on HawkFanatic.com. It is Thursday, May the 25th, 2023, a little after 3 p.m. Central Time. I am Rob Howe, joined by Dayton Howard, wide receiver, coming in as a freshman for the Iowa football team. How's it going, man? And how are you feeling? What emotions are you feeling knowing that you're only a couple weeks away from starting your college career?
Little nerves coming in, of course, but I mean, I'm just really excited mostly. I've been getting ready, grinding in the gym every day, and just trying to be as prepared as possible. So,
What's gone into that? What have you worked on, and kind of what has the training been like leading up to make sure that you're prepared when you get here?
really just my speed and just staying on top of my meals and stuff. I make sure I keep at a good weight, even though they'll put weight on me anyways. But I get up at 5:30 every day. Get a whole full body workout in, and then afternoons do an agility workout at the field or a jumping routine in my garage. So that's what it really consists of. So
Where are you at just physically, height and weight wise? What are you coming in at?
I'm coming in at 6'5", 190. 190, or I'm like 192 right now, but I'm trying to get 195 before I go in. So I think I'll be able to get that. So
Do you have a weight target in mind? Do you think that you can get to and still keep the athleticism, speed, things like that you want to have?
yeah, I'm thinking 200, 205 would be a good weight for me personally. So yeah.
How have you gotten to this point? Has it been kind of gradual that you've built up to where you are now?
Yeah, well, so a couple summers ago, I was actually really light. So I was like 160 maybe 2 years ago, something like that. And then one summer, I just kind of packed it all in one summer because I had a back injury, and then all I could do was really eat. So that was really that summer. And then from there, just kind of turned it into muscle, and then just kind of maintained that weight ever since. So
Have athletics been a part of your world pretty much since you were ready to go as a youngster?
oh yeah, no, I've been playing football, baseball, basketball since I was 3 years old, and it's like sports are like it's like living my lifestyle, especially football, because that's my sport. So
How did we
yeah.
get here just in terms of all those sports? How did football end up being the one that rose to the top?
I mean, when I was younger, I mean, it was always the most fun to me. And obviously, every sport's stressful, but out of those three that I played, football was definitely the least stressful. And like I could just go out and run and just play and just kind of like it's like free roam. It's like I just like instincts. I kind of know. It's just like I just knew it was my sport from the beginning. And then once I reached high school, I knew football was what I want to play. It was kind of between football and baseball, but deep down, I always knew it was football. So yeah.
Um, you mentioned when you got to high school, you could kind of you could feel that this was something you were wanted to be really good at.
Yeah.
Was there a point in the 4 years where you took a step forward, growth spurt? We talked about your weight before, or just it clicked in and you're like, okay, I can play this at the next level in college.
Yeah. So freshman year, I mean, obviously everyone wants to, play at a high level in their sport, but freshman year, I was like iffy about it. I was like, yeah, of course, I want to go D1 and, go to the next level. But, I wasn't really too confident if I can do it. But then sophomore year, I started growing even more because I was freshman year, I was like 6'2", I think. And then I grew to 6'4" sophomore year, then 6'5" junior year. But I don't know, I just kept having people tell me, like, you should really go after this and stuff. And so really just sophomore year till now, I've been just grinding and like haven't stopped yet. So
What was the recruitment process like for you? When did it start, and kind of take us through what led you to this point?
so it really all started when I transferred from my old school, Savannah. It's a small town school. I transferred middle of junior year. So I played my junior football season at Savannah, and I transferred to Park Hill in Kansas City. So I played that baseball season. And then my senior season was my first season. But really over the summer, when I first started to get to know my head coach at Park Hill, he's really good with recruiting and he knows a lot of coaches. So, and he knew the deal of me wanting to play D1 and really just any division, just college football in general. But obviously D1's a blessing. But he really got me started on that and introduced me to a lot of coaches over the summer. And then that led me to get camp invites. And then it kind of just went on from there into the season. Me texting coaches personally, and then game day invites, and then an offer. So that's how it kind of led up to that. So,
what did you get positive responses right away? Because it's different for everybody, right? Some guys, they're on everybody's radar when they're freshmen in high school. Other guys, everybody has their own rate of growth. When you got to that point where you were reaching out and trying to get people your film, what was the reaction like? Did you get positive feedback?
Yeah, I mean, basically every college was impressed with my size mainly. Because you don't really see too many 6'5" receivers out there, but really just after my senior season, because I ended the season with good stats and good film. But when I put that out there, I mean, everyone was impressed with it that I reached out with, but I mean, none of them really pulled the trigger. I mean, who knows why, but it is what it is. So.
For folks, yes, Kansas City, Missouri, Park Hill High School this season, 760 yards receiving and 13 touchdowns. That certainly will turn some heads. So, to catch us up just kind of on how things got started with Iowa and what kind of built that relationship to the point where you committed and signed.
Okay, so it started, trying to think of when they texted me. It was just a random night. They texted me. So Coach Copeland is actually, he's cool with my head coach. So that's how I got to know him. Coach Sims, my head coach, sent Copeland my number. And then Copeland texted me, sent me a game day invite and stuff. And then that morning after, so he sent me out the nighttime that morning after in school, Tyler Barnes, he is the athletic or
director of recruiting or something like that. I don't know what his title is, but yeah, we got you.
Director of recruiting. And usually game day invites, you don't really you just kind of go, they plan stuff out, you eat, and then you watch the game and go home, usually how it goes. But that's how it was at K-State and Iowa State, because those were the other two game day visits I went on. But this game day visit, before I went up there, he asked me and I had a good conversation with him about my film and my size and school and stuff. And then he asked me my jersey size, glove size, helmet size. So that's when I knew they wanted to do a photo shoot. And most people know you don't really do photo shoots at game day visits. It's usually on official visits or unofficial visits you do photo shoots at. But so I was like, okay, that's a good sign at least. So I didn't try to get my hopes up because I never try to get my hopes up. But no, he sent me all that stuff, and then I get up there, take the photo shoot, meet, or when I first walk in the door, I meet Dallas Clark, which I'm pretty sure they had all planned out for me. It felt really personal when I got up there. So took the photo shoot, met most of the coaches and stuff, and then there was other recruits there, but there was only two of us that got taken into a separate room after all the meals were done and stuff. That was me and this other D lineman. We got taken up to a separate room before the game started. And then we just got to meet with our position coaches. And at that point, I knew I was kind of going to get offered just because it was just way different. And it was really personable than the other game day visits. And then he triggered the offer. So right then and there.
What was the whole vibe like around the team, meeting with Dallas Clark, going to the game and seeing what game day's like in that stadium? What was that whole experience like for you?
That was awesome. I mean, you can't really explain it. You can't really put it into words. You just have to be there. But just seeing, walking on the field, being in front of thousands of people that, you could potentially be playing in front of. And just meeting all the coaches and seeing all the players, knowing that you can be in that uniform. It's just creates such an exciting spark inside your stomach. And you just can't wait. And you don't really know what to think, but it's just, you're just fulfilled with excitement 24/7. And you can't really explain the feeling being up there, but it was awesome. So.
And you'll be back here soon and getting with the guys, summer conditioning, all that fun stuff. What's your approach to your true freshman year? How are you coming in here? What's your mindset?
Mindset is just get after, obviously, and then just prove to the coaches and the upperclassmen and really everybody to prove what I'm about, because I feel like I was I mean, I've been the underdog for like the longest time. I only had one offer, so that's definitely gonna be a chip on my shoulder. So I'm trying to really prove something and really get my name up there and just grind and grind, put on weight, get faster, stronger, jump higher, literally everything. Learn things new from the upperclassmen and learn things from Copeland, and just trying to get ready for the seniors or not senior season, my freshman season. So that's really it. So.
You've obviously watched the offense, seen the playbook, understand the wide receiver position. How do you see yourself fitting in to this system, and what can you bring?
I mean, how I see myself fitting in is just like, I mean, I'm a playmaker, so I mean, I'm willing to make any plays and just do anything to benefit the team and just be a game changer, really. Whether I'm slot, outside, tight end, like literally any position, whatever I can do to make the team win or help the team win. And yeah, and just pretty much it. So
You feel like I watched your film. You look like a complete receiver. I watched, there was some blocking on the highlight film. I always love to see blocking on the highlight film from receivers. They move you around, slot, outside. You feel pretty well rounded, like you have an ability to have that versatility.
100%. I mean, me personally, I feel like I'm a true receiver. Because obviously I'm taller, so most people think, oh, put on weight, be a tight end. Which I mean, if it happens, but I mean, me personally, I feel like I'm a true receiver because I have good route knowledge and I'm faster than other 6'5" receivers. Me personally, and then yeah, just like my knowledge at the position and being really comfortable and just feeling good and just gliding through my routes and running in general. So.
What are your speed times? Are you a football fast guy? Are you a track fast guy? I mean, do you feel like you're maybe better in pads?
I mean, I'd probably say football fast, and I do run a 4.58, or that's the last time I clocked in. That was like during or at a KU camp during season. So I mean, I think I'm faster now, probably like low 4.5. So, which is decently fast, but I'm obviously gonna get that lower over the summer as I train and stuff. But yeah.
Seems like there's opportunity at your position. Nico's back, Devontae's back, or Deontay, excuse me. There is some experience, but there's also playing time available. Do you kind of see that and go in there knowing, hey, there's an opportunity here?
Yeah, that's another thing. That's going to be something on my shoulder. Like knowing that I could have a chance to play is like, that's all I need for motivation. Like if I can have a chance to play, then I'm going to go all out and train literally every day, obviously. And then just have that hope and like, just go after it really. So.
If there is something that you feel like you need to be better at your position, what have you been focusing on, and just in terms of an improvement?
Really just footwork. I mean, releases everything. I mean, I think I have a good release package, but obviously it could be better. Anything could really be improved, but really just my agility and open field when I get the ball, being able to make a move and get away from defenders, not just at the route before getting the ball. I just want to have good movement while the ball's in my hand and get away from defenders. So that's one thing that I really want to improve on. So.
What's your connection and what's your vibe with this 2023 Iowa class that's coming in? How do you guys feel like you get along? Because this is important. These are the guys you roll with.
Yeah, no. So the guy I'm rooming with, Alex Moda, he's going to be my roommate. We've been messaging and stuff, and he's a really good guy. And we all have a group chat. We all talk in it. So, I mean, they're all nice, and like we're all just ready to go. I mean, we only got, like a week or a couple weeks left, so we're just ready to get up there. So.
We'll be doing a podcast with Alex tomorrow. I've known Alex since I think his sophomore year, and have watched him in track and football. He's really developed nicely. He was a quarterback when I first watched him play, and I'm like, that kid's got a chance. So,
yeah.
What was your reaction when you heard that Caden McNamara was joining the program?
Obviously a good reaction. I mean, so hopefully, I can catch a few passes from him my freshman season. So, because obviously he's older, but we'll see. But it's definitely exciting news. So.
You know what number you're going to wear yet?
I do not. I mean, obviously 6 would be good, but I mean, I'm sure that'll most likely be taken by the time I get up there. But really, any number I'm fine with. So, but I don't know yet. So,
How are you feeling about the social aspect of college, stuff away from football, academics? I saw you're a business major.
yeah.
What led you to that field, and just kind of how you feeling about the stuff away from football?
I mean, I would say nervous a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, business, I've always taken high school business classes like marketing, entrepreneurship, financial stuff. And I mean, I feel like I'm pretty confident and experienced in that. So that's why I chose that as my major. But just college in general, like, it's obviously going to be a big step. And like, it's going to be a new world for me and a new change. I mean, I'm going to be leaving home. There's going to be a whole new group of people having to make new friends. Learn new stuff about people and just kind of like that. But I'm ready to go. I mean, I develop good to change, so I'll be all right. So, but it'll be
You
fun.
talked you talked a little earlier about your relationship with Cope and kind of his philosophy. How do you see him as a position coach, and why do you feel like you have a good connection with him?
I mean, he's just a good dude overall. It starts with personality, really, and just the way he explains stuff and how his work ethic is. He knows how to get after it and make the dudes work, obviously. But just him as a person, he's just a good dude. I've talked to him numerous times, and he's really comforting. Like he's like somebody I can go and talk to. So he's just a good dude. So
And then how do you feel just overall about this Iowa program and what you guys have the potential to do this season?
I mean, I feel like there's so much potential. Like I feel like after last season, you can only really go up from there. Obviously, the offense wasn't too hot, but I mean, it's only improvement from there. So I mean, I'm just ready to go and just really just meet all the guys and just kind of grow together and just have a good 4 years of college, really, because I feel like we'll be all right. So.
Um, what type of goals have you guys talked about this freshman class, and what you guys want to accomplish as Hawkeyes?
We actually haven't talked about it too much as far as like goals and like what we want to do, but I mean, I mean, we all come in with the same chip on our shoulder, wanting to play as soon as possible, um, and just like showing out in practice and stuff. But really, just kind of doing our own individual thing, and just whoever succeeds the most does, and it's just how it is. So, but we're all going in there as dogs and just wanting to work. So.
Let's take a break here. We'll come back in a minute here, but I want to let folks know that support for this podcast comes from Systems Unlimited, celebrating 50 years of providing services to people living with disabilities and mental health needs throughout East Central Iowa. A list of their services and upcoming events can be found at sui.org. That is sui.org, Systems Unlimited. We thank them for their support of the podcast and the great work that they are doing in Eastern Iowa. I'm going to hear from a few more of our sponsors right now, and we'll be back on the other side. All right, we are back here with the Prospect Podcast here on Hawk Fanatic, joined by Dayton Howard. Have you always lived in that part of the country? Has that been your home base, the Kansas City area?
Oh yeah, always been. Yeah, Kansas City, KC metro area. It's always I grew up here. So.
How would you characterize the talent level there from a high school perspective?
Well, on my old school before I transferred, I mean, it was only a 3A school, but I mean, the talent's good everywhere, really. But really, when I transferred, because it's went from 3A to 6A ball, that's like the real KC. And like you got your Lee Summits, Liberties, Liberty North, everybody, all the top dogs. So, but literally every school we faced was good competition. I'm pretty sure every school we played had at least a couple D1 players. So, but we were in a good conference. So, it's definitely good competition up here. So.
I wanted to let folks get a chance to know you a little bit off the field, away from your athletic endeavors. I know you have a life away from football. What do you like to do in your free time? What's kind of your way to kick back and relax a little bit?
Really, only thing I do outside of football and like working out is just hanging out with my friends. I try to make the most memories I can. I love hanging out with people and just getting to know people. But my friends mean everything to me, so I'm always hanging out with them as much as I can whenever I have free time. And I used to play the game a lot, but that's not really how I want to spend my last years of high school. I try to go on car rides, go to local basketball court or just do random things with my friends and just have fun. So
You a
that's what I
video
mean.
game guy? I know that's a big thing for guys. I have a senior in high school and he likes video games.
Yeah, no, I mean, I used to be a huge video game guy back in my early days of high school. Really just depends on what games out at the time. Like, I mean, I was playing MLB The Show a little bit. Um, I was grinding on that for like a couple of weeks, but as summer started when we graduated, and I really picked it back up and started to lock in because I was coming up. But yeah, been a big video game guy in the past, but kind of shied away from it. But
What mentioned the show. What positions did you play in baseball?
I played center field and pitcher.
Yeah, you got the frame for that, no doubt. No
Oh yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
um, what obviously um, good food in the Kansas City area. We all know the barbecue and such. Is that your go-to, or is there something else that you prefer when you're going out to eat in your
Um,
area?
I mean, it's got to be barbecue. Like it's true. Like what they say is true here. Barbecue is really good. So, but I mean, where I live in like the Northland area, North Kansas City area, and
Mhm.
there's like a bunch of fast food restaurants, like expensive restaurants. Like there's all types of places here. Especially where I live, I could probably walk to any food place I want because it's just on Barry. It's called Barry Road, but no, I mean I'll just go really anywhere. Like if you're hungry, like whatever I'm feeling, I can go get it within like a 5 minute vicinity. So
You have a go-to place barbecue wise, a favorite barbecue joint?
uh, probably Gates Barbecue. That's probably where I have to go for. So
Yeah, that's the classic. Um,
mhm.
TV shows, movies, things like that. You get into that stuff, or you more of an outdoor man?
um, no, yeah, TV shows. I mean, my favorite one is Stranger Things, but I try to shy away from saying Stranger Things just because my 9-year-old sister, that's her favorite show. And we're kind of sharing the same thing. But no, I mean, that's definitely my favorite show. Big Stranger Things and Outer Banks. But I actually haven't watched the show in a while on Netflix. But movies, I mean, I like watching movies, whatever cool's news coming out. So yeah.
Reading, books, websites you like to frequent, things like that, where you get info.
Reading has never been really my thing. Honestly, I mean, I only read when I have to in school. Um, but websites, I mean, just like I'd be scrolling on TikTok and stuff like that, but just kind of normal teenage stuff. So,
Do you have a favorite? Are your favorite subjects in school like math and business oriented, or are there other subjects that kind of get you kind of interested?
definitely, I mean, math I've always been good at, and like that's just kind of been the lightest for me. Because I mean, it's easy to comprehend and stuff. So that's probably math. That's always been math, really. So.
What are you going to do here in this last stretch of time before you leave town? Are you going to try to jam a lot of things in here before you get to college?
I mean, obviously working out and stuff still, but I mean, really just trying to spend as much time as I can with my friends here because I'm super close with everybody here. I mean, I have a lot of friends here, and really just gonna try to make the most memories I can with these couple weeks I have left, and then it's go time. But no, definitely gonna make it count with my friends, really. So.
What's it like with mom and your family, your sister, your 9-year-old sister? You're going to have to say goodbye to. You feel like
Yeah.
that's going to be kind of an emotional time?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's really gonna be hard leaving everybody, especially my dad and my mom. Yeah, I mean, just kind of knowing that you've lived with them your whole entire life, like they've always been right there your whole entire life, and now it's kind of just going into a change to where they're not going to be around all the time. It's just kind of be hard, but it's just something. It's a part of life. So I mean, I'll get over it. But it's gonna be emotional for sure. But it makes it happier that I'm going to a good college, and they are gonna watch me on TV, watching me play my favorite sport. So that's also good. So.
Definitely. And I know a lot of Iowa fans are looking forward to you getting on campus and getting into this offense and getting a chance to help move this offense forward, which all of us that have been watching this offense really want to see happen. And the potential is there, and we're ready for it. So hopefully that starts here this fall. All right, Dayton. Well, we really appreciate your time, man. We wish you the best of luck when you get here, and enjoy the rest of your time at home with family. Don't make sure it doesn't go too fast for you. All right.
Appreciate it.
And I always let you guys say what you want to say to the Hawkeye fans before we sign off.
Let's go to work. We're going to be better. So
they're ready. You're ready. We're all ready. All right, Dayton. Thanks a lot for your time, man. And we will see you soon.
All right.